let's talk about it. The AFC North right now is a very interesting scenario. The Ravens should probably be the leading of the AFC North. They actually play a real team. I always gotta trash the Cowboys. Sorry. Anyway, my point is, they actually did play a real team. They played the Chiefs, which obviously defending Super Bowl champs. Played a great game versus them. Probably deserved to win in the end if it did come down to the 2-point conversion. Anyway, though, they're still 0-1. Okay? Everyone's 0-1 but the SKYLERs. And even the SKYLERs doesn't deserve to be 1-0. That's what's crazy. And we sucked yesterday, okay? The Bengals sucked. This is just a plain and simple. I'm not trashing anyone this video. But I'm just going to say facts, okay? I'm not trashing. We have no room to talk on anything. So I'm not even going to trash. But based on watching this game back after our game, because you guys played at the same time we did, you guys should not have won this game. But the Falcons made sure you did. And the Falcons are the Falcons. But with that being said, Justin Fields, 156 yards, 17 for 23, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Najee Harris actually had a good game, to be honest. George Pickens, 85 yards through the air. Pat Freiermuth, 27 yards through the air. You had an interception by Deshaun Elliott, an interception by Deontay Jackson. This is typical Falcons just being the Falcons, man. Kirk Cousins, first game with the new team, and he got absolutely obliterated by that Steelers defense, which I will say, no matter what, that Steelers defense is amazing. And that's why I did say, I think the Steelers could start off the season 8-0. And that's what scares the crap out of me. Until they get to that gauntlet at the end, they could go 8-0. And we can't afford for them to go 8-0. We really can't. Because they could beat the Broncos. Bo Nix didn't look that good. They could beat the Chargers. I think they could beat the Colts. I think they could beat the Cowboys. I think they could beat the Raiders, the Jets, the Giants, the Commanders. I think they could beat all those teams. And then they go through a bye week. And then they play the... my bad. They go bye week after Giants. And then they go to Commanders. And then they go the rest. It's just this ending gauntlet that I think is very tough for them. But even then, who knows? SKYLERs are good. They're Mike Tomlin, great coach team. It's very possible. The Clownies. Let's talk about them. Sean Watson did not have a good game. But you know what? He actually scored a touchdown. Unlike something else the rest of the AFC can't say, other than the Ravens and the Brownies, meaning us and the Steelers. We both did not score touchdowns through the air. Our quarterback both did not score. But Deshaun Watson had himself a struggle bus of a game. Fans started booing him, started booing the Browns in general. Without Nick Chubb, they're definitely struggling. But the guy, keep in mind, they're going to get Nick Chubb back eventually. So they're going to look a lot better, later on in the season here. The Cowboys took care of them. And that's something I did not expect. I expected the Browns to do a lot better than that. And to be honest, stat-wise, it isn't really that crazy. It just looks a lot crazier than it actually is. They did have a punt return, the Cowboys, that is. And obviously some field goals helped them out as well. But it was a interesting show. And then we have our situation with us, which obviously was not a good situation. 164 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. We had 1 touchdown on the ground. But other than that, it was a debacle in a half, to say the least. But it's still funny to me that the SKYLERs are the one team that are above everyone here. But he did throw a touchdown. Yeah, he threw a touchdown to Isaiah Likely. He was actually going out of bounds as he did through across his body to get it. Which, again, shout out to Lamar. Had a great game versus the Chiefs. But, yeah, it is what it is. The AFC right now is in turmoil when it comes after week 1. Everyone except for the Steelers have a loss. So We're just going to have to see how week 2 goes. So who does everyone play? They play the Raiders, so the Ravens are going to kill the Raiders. They're going to absolutely demolish the Raiders. Good to know that. The Browns play the Jags. What did the Jags do today? Did they win? No, they barely lost to the Dolphins. I think the Jags could beat the Browns in week 2. So they could go 0-2, the Browns, that is. The Ratbirds will probably go 1-1. Chances are we're probably going to lose to the Chiefs. Although I think we can win. I think we can win. I'm not saying we're going to, but I think we can. It's just we're also probably going to lose. Broncos, the Steelers will beat the Broncos. So the Steelers are going to be 2-0 probably after this week. It's possible we go 0-2. Browns potentially 0-2. Ratbirds 1-1 and 2-0. So we'll be last place in our division. But if we win though, if we win, that's gonna be beautiful, man. If you know what, the only way you get over that loss yesterday and that crap yesterday is by winning next week. You win next week, things start to make sense again. Things actually work out. We can actually feel happy again if we win next week. But that's really what it comes down to. If not, we're going to the week 3 game versus Commanders, which I think we can win, but would be down 0-2 at that point. But you know what? It's a long season. It really is. It's one game at a time. And we just got to keep on rocking and rolling. I think we'll be fine now. I truly do believe we'll be fine. I know there's a lot of Bengals fans that have given up already. I feel like this happens every year. We always start off 0-2. And then we kind of get back rocking and rolling. And things start to kind of make sense again. One thing I do want to bring up real fast, though, is actually something that Trags posted on Twitter. And this is about what Tom Brady said about coaching. He says, but it's nice to have that accountability from a coach, too. You want to be pushed to your limits. If you're a player in the NFL and want to be a great player, you want to be pushed. You want to be challenged. You want to be criticized. You want to be like, hey, you didn't show up to practice today and do the job you needed to do. And if you don't do that like this today, it's not going to go well on Sunday. So I will definitely say overall wise, I agree with Tom. He's not speaking directly about, obviously our guy, Zach Taylor. But there is a level of accountability I feel like the coach definitely needs to hold players to. And if you don't, you're going to have a reckless unit. Kind of like with the whole Marvin Lewis era, where it was kind of like, more of a player coach and it was kind of undisciplined a little bit. But tell me down below your thoughts, opinions, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Who does?